The question is, your freedom is at the tip of your finger. You can just peace out. Why don't you?
I feel like Wiley definitely doesn't want to spread the virus, and she doesn't want it to potentially injure, hurt, or harm, or kill anybody outside of Pretty Lake, but also she feels really bottled up within Pretty Lake and kind of confined, so it's like this kind of, you know, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's brought to your attention that, hey, Adam's immune, which means one thing: you killed the lady.
Because Wiley was so apprehensive in the first place about leaving Pretty Lake and so adamant about not wanting to spread the disease, the fact that kind of her worst nightmare of killing somebody and then having it be solely on her. If I were Wiley, I would just be out of my mind.
Going back then to Adam, he knew he was immune.
Yeah.
How does that affect the relationship between Wiley and Adam?
That certainly strains it.
Yeah.
Me personally, in relationships, honesty is like super important to me, and open communication. And the fact that even though Wiley and Adam weren't in a real, like, defined relationship, the fact that they were each other's number one kind of entity of support, like, that's the ultimate betrayal.
RENEE is the new steamy love interest. How is that going? What's that relationship like with RENEE? What's that character development going to do for Ronnie? It's almost like another shot.
Yeah, no, I've really loved that they gave me that relationship with RENEE this season. I think it's important to see Ronnie have a real connection with somebody.
So now the relationship with Ronnie. It is one of an opportunistic start, as we could say. Is there anything really there? Or are you always playing an angle?
It's tough because I think at some point those lines become a bit blurred.
Yeah.
And
on both fronts.
yeah.
So we want to talk about your relationship with Samantha. How did that come about? Was it out of necessity? Was it out of pure romance?
They wouldn't be caught dead together in the real world, like before the quarantine was up.
Yeah.
They just found each other at the right time, I think. They reconnected. She had a dog bite in her leg. He was going for a jog, as you do. As you do.
I think what I liked about Chuck was how he didn't necessarily always have the best plans, but he like had a plan.
Go to her death. You kind of had something to do with that.
It's another Chuck plan that just went totally downhill.
What was your first reaction reading that in the script?
Well, I was definitely shocked.
Yeah.
That was like came out of nowhere. Sad, yeah, to be gone from Pretty Lake. But I think in a way to go out, it's a pretty cool way to go out.